Hello, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here. More career advice and job interviewing tips. Today's topic: break bread with people before making a major decision in your life. That major decision being whether or not you want that job or whether or not you want to hire that candidate. If you really want to get to know somebody before making that big decision, get them out to lunch, get them out to dinner, get them to happy hour. You'll learn a lot more about who they are and what their personality type is and whether or not you want to hang out with them for 10 or 12 hours a day. If you try to get them outside the stuffy conference room where you did the original interview, or get them outside the office, get to know them in a social setting. It's just so important. Skill set aside, education aside, right? You got to meet certain requirements to get the job and so forth on paper. But after that, it's about people and human interaction, right? You're going to be hanging out with these folks for 10 or 12 hours a day sometimes. In fact, spending more time with them than your own family. So before making a big decision, get to know who they are. Do you match the culture? Do your styles match? Do you just enjoy being around the person? Sometimes we just find out we don't like people and we can't even figure out why. Several times in my career, in fact, it's worked really well. One instance, I was taken to dinner by the CEO, and he brought along 4 or 5 of his leadership team members. We were out to dinner, and this is probably 15, 20 years ago. In the middle of dinner, I knew that I didn't like the culture, and I didn't like several of the team members there, and just knew that it wasn't going to be a good fit. And quite frankly, they were giving me the look like they knew it wasn't going to be a good fit either. And so it was a short dinner. My point is, you just learn so much when you get into a social setting, all right? And I'm not encouraging everybody to drink alcohol on this podcast, so please don't take it that way. But boy, it's amazing what can happen at dinner with a couple of glasses of wine. You will really get to know somebody, and you'll probably have a much better chance of learning who they are and whether or not you want to spend time with them. In fact, several other times in my career, each time I was hired at a very high level, the CEO took me and my wife both to dinner, not only to win us both over and convince us to take the job, but to let us, be able to observe him and understand whether or not we wanted to sign up for that role. Because it's a major decision, not only for yourself, but for your partner and for your family. And so, and in fact, in another situation, I was actually flown out to the founder's home and spent a day in their home getting to know them and their children and their family before they decided to hire me and before I decided to take the job. It's happened more times than I'm telling you about on this podcast, but I just know from experience, the regular interview process and the stuffy little interview room when the person's asking you the little questions on the piece of paper, it just really doesn't open up who you are as a person. And it also doesn't give you, the candidate, much chance to figure out who they are. You get out to happy hour and you get out to dinner, and trust me, you'll learn a lot more and you'll have a much better chance of making a good decision. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. As always, folks, you can call in and ask us questions. We can help you in any way we can. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks a lot for listening, folks, and have a wonderful day.